Oh, jeez, what's this? It's an article. Wait a minute, what if I just lift as heavy as I can for as long as I can, eventually I will get as big as my wildest dreams. Oh my gosh, let's go. Man, I wonder how big I want to get. Maybe like Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maybe we'll go one step higher than that and be like Ronnie Coleman. I really seem to be, I have gotten bigger, which is great, but I'm still not like super duper big. I'll keep going. Okay, well, I'm a bit older, hair's gone grey. Not 100% sure why my hair has grown back as I've got older, but we just keep on going. Well, I'm now starting to think that maybe that article was a flubbing lie. Simon, middle of the board a-hole here, and today we are putting the lies to bed. I don't know what that means, unless you're a parent and that's what you've called your kid. But if you've called your kid lies, you're probably not a very good parent. How do you expect them to grow up? But I am bored and I am sick and tired of seeing all this nonsense on the internet. And then you see people falling into it as well. I don't really want to be tricked by bodybuilding or fitness or the gym. I want people to embrace it like you would the love of your life. If you're interested, this is the love of my life. His name is Gerald. He's the fitness mascot. He's a fitness penguin. I still get comments going, why is there just a penguin on somebody's table? If you can't understand why this is a good thing, then maybe you shouldn't be watching my videos. Please watch my videos. But yes, there is a lot of nonsense out there. So today we're going to run down the 10 biggest lies in weightlifting. Please subscribe. There's no connection there whatsoever. It's just what we do on YouTube. Number 10 is that you are able to get as big as you want without drugs, and it just takes time. Now, there is a certain truth to this in the sense that if you are consistent and you've got your diet right and you're smashing in the gym week in, week out, day in, day out, then yes, you're going to put on size and you're going to get to a certain level, but that is the key. Eventually, you are going to hit the ceiling. Some people will actually tell you that you can get the size of a bodybuilder like this man, also known as Jay Cutler, without either having incredible genetics or doing a bunch of drugs. And I am here to tell you, to pull back the curtain, that is just not true. It is just not. Now, nobody actually knows what their genetic level is before they do start lifting weights, but I'm going to imagine that a lot of us aren't going to be able to look like that unless we do something special, wee-ha, power, and even then, it's probably not going to make you look like that. It's massively important to drive that point into the ground, into the home, into your face, to the point like, take it out of my eyes, I can't see. Because otherwise, you're always going to be disappointed with the actual gains and the actual evolution and the actual progress you do make, and that's not fair on you. You've put in the hard work, you've put in the time, you deserve somebody to find you and give you a kiss. And if you're saying to yourself, Simon, did you just kiss your microphone? You damn right I did. This is an inanimate object. I can do whatever the hell I want to it. What? I kiss him too? I kiss him, I'll kiss you. But yes, there will be a point, even if you do start taking drugs, where you aren't going to be able to put on that much more size. Doesn't mean you can't do other things. Doesn't mean you can't still keep smashing it or doing things or finding a way to progress throughout the gym. But it's much better if you know this before you begin. Just enjoy the ride. I mean, don't then become like a massive fat slob or anything, unless you want to. I'll call you Flob, the fat slob. But it's just not good for your mental health. It's just not. And you'll get bored and you'll stop doing it. And then you will become a flob. I've just made up a new word. And then number 9 is to get really big, you have to eat 5,000 calories plus a day. Now, actually, that is a true statement of fact. If you want to get really big, in the literal sense of the word, and you're eating 5,000 calories a day, you're going to be one massive tamale. But I tell you, for most of us, it ain't going to be a muscle. You're just going to be a flob. And look, there's every chance that you do need that. You may be an ectomorph and your body may be desperate for calories and you may be burning through it like, I don't know, a car run through petrol. But if that's not the case, you are going to put on a lot of unnecessary fat. And you don't want to do that. You need to find the right calorie intake for you. And the way you do that is this. You wake up one day and you go, today is the first day, you got a weird voice. Today is the first day, I am going to become a bodybuilder, I am going to go to the gym. Then you figure out what you're eating, and let's say you're having 2,500 calories, the mystical 2,500 calories. You then move it up to 2,600 calories. I know it sounds boring, but you need to see how your body responds. Give it a week, maybe even give it 2 weeks. You look at yourself and go, well, I don't really think it's working. Then you move up to 2,700 calories. If you go from 2,500 calories to 5,000 calories, your body is going to freak out. You may as well do this. You may as well start slapping around your face. Right now, my brain is sending signals around my body going, something is wrong, but then I calm it down and I say, no, you forgot, I'm a weirdo, I'm a freak, and I just slap myself to make a point in a video. But your metabolism will do the same thing. You're not giving it enough time to catch up, so you are going to get fat. So there's no way you're actually going to know if you need 5,000 calories. Don't buy into this crazy rhetoric that that's what you need to do. It's what people do after they're actually doing well and they have some momentum. They go, oh, well, now I'm just going to eat a bunch of donuts because look how good I look. Look, you should do that, You should always reward yourself, but eventually the donuts are going to kick your ass. And I don't mean in like some weird B movie like Kong versus Godzilla. It's not going to become humans versus donuts. It's not going to go the way you planned. So just don't buy into it. It's not true. Many people probably did get big off 2,500 calories, or at least big for them, because that's all they needed. Number 8 is that if you don't eat fat, you won't get fat. What a pile of absolute baloney. We're going to kind of shoot past this one because it gets dull, but it's all about calorie intake. That's what it's about. Once again, if your body needs 2,500 calories to maintain your weight, and then you go up to 3,000 calories, some of it, depending on what else you're doing in your life, is going to be stored as fat, even if you're just eating chicken breast. Like, if you eat 3,000 calories of chicken breast a day, blah, blah, boring. And yes, it's not going to be as bad as if you had 3,000 calories of cheese, but there's no, imagine you ate 3,000 calories of cheese. What's wrong with Simon? You just cut to Simon in bed, go, oh, I can't handle it anymore. I'm going to die. Don't be scared of fat. Don't be scared of fat. It doesn't mean that you go eat a bunch of peanut butter. It means you're still smart with it, but you have to get healthy fats in your diet, unless you are doing some kind of special diet. But even then, you should have gone on and read about it, and you should have educated yourself. You don't just do things blindly. If I put a blindfold on you and said, walk down this alleyway, you would go, what's going to happen? I go, well, just do it. You shouldn't trust me that much. I could be a freak. Number 7 is the more you train, the more you grow, and that's absolute poppycock as well. That's not true at all. Of course it's not. You need to rest. When you grow is actually when you're resting and when you're recovering. So there's no point hammering yourself into the ground. The amount of people that message me going, Simon, my chest still hurts. Do you think I should work it again? Now, obviously, it depends how many days have gone past. If it's been like 7 weeks and your chest is still hurting, probably something else has gone wrong. But no, you got to listen to your body. Sometimes you do maybe have to sacrifice a chest session here and there to allow your muscle to heal so that next time you can break it down again and complete the circle. But this isn't an endurance contest, right? It's an intensity contest. But once again, you also have to be smart with your training. Do you think Gerald, the fitness mascot, trains for 5 hours a day? Of course he doesn't. The only people that train for 5 hours a day are actors that tell you they've got in shape. They say, oh, how did you put on 72 pounds of muscle in 7 days? And they're like, well, I trained for 64 hours in a 24-hour period, and I just ate chicken and broccoli. They may have done that, but they also stuck their ass full of drugs, which is fine. I'm not going to get mad at it, but don't buy into it. Number 6 is you have to train like an old school bodybuilder to become a bodybuilder. Now, there is a lot of worth in that. You should always look to the past, and you should always try and, get as much out of that as you possibly can. But that's not the only way to do it, especially if you start doing an old school bodybuilder routine. You're like, man, I really hate this. Stop doing it. Do not forget the goal. We already mentioned it. The goal is to break the muscle down. So how do we break the muscle down? Let's compare it to killing a guy. I know it's a bit dark and, it's a bit weird, but it's just come out of nowhere now. You don't just kill them with a gun. You can have a knife, you can strangle them. I regret doing this instantly, but you can have a knife, you can strangle them. Poison, you could just behead them, old-fashioned style, much like an old-school bodybuilder. You have to use, I regret it. I've ruined this video. Maybe we should just, I'm going to leave. I'm just going to get up. I'm going to go. I'm going to have a glass of water, and I'll be back. I know I'm ruining the green screen. These things just happen. All right, I'm back. I rang the police. I let them know it's just a joke. It's just a joke that went wrong. Point is, you have many different training routines at your disposal. Find which one that works for you and please utilize them. Very sorry. Number 5 is that you should only rest for this amount of time between sets. And it's always some kind of confangled number. No one ever says rest for 2 minutes. They say rest for 1 minute and 47 seconds and then an extra 5 milliseconds. And then you must be working out then and there. Otherwise, all your gains are in the foot. In the foot? What is that? I've lost it. All your gains are in the foot. Who wants a big foot? Me. Actually, no, I don't. It's hard to buy shoes. I have big feet. You know what that means? Big socks. But again, it all depends on what lift you're doing. If you're trying to be a power lifter or a strong man, you want to be doing sort of 1 rep maxes and really heavy lifts. You need to give yourself a lot of rest time in order to do a heavy lift. If you're training for muscle hypertrophy, then you probably do want to keep it for around about 2 minutes. But maybe you're realizing that's too long. Or maybe you're realizing it's too short. This all comes back down to reading stuff and getting an idea, sort of getting a time frame. So 2 minutes is a pretty good time frame, but then see how you're operating. So if you do a chest press and then you wait 2 minutes, you think, man, I'm kind of failing quicker than I want to. Give it an extra 30 seconds. Don't give it an extra 30 minutes, but give it an extra 30 seconds. And if you actually do it going, man, I don't feel like I'm keeping my heart rate up, if that's what you're trying to do, then move it the other way. It's as simple as that. It's not a science. Well, it is science, but when it comes to rest set, it could just be that you're tired that day. Because you're tired, you haven't eaten that much, maybe you've gone to the morning as opposed to the gym when you usually go in the afternoon, then you're probably going to have to change things up. It's all about changing things up. If you keep changing things up, everything's going to be good. Number 3 is that sit-ups give you abs. All right, fine. If you want to believe that, great. Here's what I want you to do. For the next week, so today is Friday the 29th of January, 2021, go and do sit-ups for 2 weeks and do nothing else. I want you to do 200 sit-ups on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There we go. We come back round. Then send me a picture. Now, your abs are going to hurt and your core is going to rock and some of your other lifts may actually benefit from it, but you're not going to have abs unless you sort your diet out. You can get abs without doing one sit-up, but don't tell anyone because we'll break the world. Number 2 is that women should train differently from men. I read this all the time. Like, women are some kind of different species to a man. Like, obviously the body operates in different way when it comes to sexual hormones. Obviously, that's just how it works. But no, you should train. If you're trying to build muscle, you should train hard and you should train intense and you should train with a look on your face like you don't know what's going on. Doesn't matter if you're a man. Doesn't matter if you're a woman. If a goat is watching this, I don't know how a goat would watch YouTube, but you never know. If a goat is watching this, they should train the same way as well. A muscle is a muscle is a muscle is a muscle. You have to break it down and you have to repair it. You have to break it down and you have to repair it, and you have to go on and on and on until you look back at your life and you think, did I waste it? Could I have done more things? No, because nothing's better than going to the fitness palace of love. But in all of that BS, there are certain things that obviously is going to affect your workouts because, if you're going through a menstrual cycle, for example, that is going to have ramifications, much as a man is going to have ramifications if somebody kicks him right in the balls. It's going to change the way you have to approach things. But on a very, very base level, if anyone this all comes from something I read the other day, right? This whole list does, but they said, so dumb, the stereotypes.
If you're a woman, you must live light and float through a fairy field.
If you're a man, you must flub off. And number 1 is that you must have protein 30 minutes after working out. That's right, we're talking about the anabolic window. I understand if you watch a lot of my videos, you're aware of my thoughts on this. It's just not the case. Building muscle is consistency. It's over days, weeks, months, not within this tiny 30-minute period after you lift weights. So you want to make sure that you're getting protein and amino acids throughout the day. I personally enjoy, as soon as I'm working out, going home and eating, mostly because I'm hungry. And hunger is a great way of your body telling you, oh, I'd like some food right now, please. So you should give it some. But don't do what I used to do, which is when, you'd run home from the gym or you'd bring a shaker to the gym and you'd just be like, oh my gosh, you're like, like you're flipping Mission Impossible man. Why can't I remember his name? I was going to say Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is in Mission Impossible. That is not the name of the man. I'm an embarrassment. Ethan Hunt. Damn it. But yeah, it's not a Mission Impossible mission. It's not. No one is going, this protein shake is going, this bicep is going to explode unless you do something in 30 minutes. It's not going to make a difference. You want to make sure you have a good pre-workout meal and you want to make sure you have a good post-workout meal because that's just going to put your body in the best state for growing muscle and for having decent workout. You don't have to go crazy. It's like the whole you have to eat every 2 to 3 hours. Absolutely a benefit. But if you miss it here and there, it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. People get massive having 3 meals a day. Some people have 3 meals a day and they have the odd shake as snacks. That's what they do. This ties back into diet and everything like that. You just got to eat and train how you want to eat and train and then change it if it's not working. Look at Gerald the fitness mascot. He lives in the South Pole and he just eats fish and he's more jacked than all of us. There you go, the 10 biggest lies in bodybuilding, weightlifting, whatever. Hopefully now we can put it to bed and nobody will ever fall for them again, which is not true because that would mean this video was going to be seen by 7 billion people. It would make me very happy, not going to happen. Please do like the video, share the video, and more importantly, subscribe and hit the bell ding ding so you can be notified. That way, sometimes videos fail. It makes me sad. At least I know you've got the notifications on. You made the choice. There's another video right there. Give it a click. Instagram and Twitter at Simon316. Patreon.com/Simon316. It's a way to help finance the channel, and there's a bunch of rewards on there. I'll send you some stuff in the mail, and also simon.bigcartel.com if you want some merch. Otherwise, you have a great Friday. You have a great weekend. Turn the mic because I knocked it. Sorry again about that tangent earlier. I don't want anybody to die. See you on the next one.